Hello, so here is the Jeep Liberty I've had for just over a week. So how's my first week impression? That's what I want to know. That's what you want to know. I already know. I got the impression. So I got this thing. It's a 2012 Jeep Liberty trail rated, which is really what I wanted. And I really like the way it looks. A nice looking vehicle. It's got enough room, and so I'm a little disappointed in the rear space. Not because it's only because I can't comfortably lay down in it without putting down the front seat. Like the passenger front seat has to come down, and then there's a gap, and there's a little bit of incline. So I would have to rig something for me to sleep in this thing. I want to make this thing a overlander. I mean, I could always use a tent or one of those things on a roof. Those are expensive. But I like the idea of sleeping in something secure. Like I could totally do the rooftop tent, but that's about what, $2,000. Whereas sleeping inside your vehicle is like zero, except for maybe a mat or something. Okay, so what is my impressions on the car so far? After having it for a week, and I took a nice little drive to the coast yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. So I got to do a nice little road trip on the freeway already for about 100 miles each way. So I got a really good idea of the gas mileage. So how it feels on the highway and how it cruises and all that stuff. So first, I'll give you the pros. Should I give you the negatives? I'll give you the negatives first. I'll give you the cons. The cons, I'm actually quite shocked at how horribly built this car is. And I'm not saying the motor yet, because the motor runs like glass. It's smooth as glass. And it shifts well. The transmission feels good. Handles well. The steering feels good. The shocks feel good. The way it handles the road feels great. But it's like, it's just leaky. Okay, so I don't know if you saw my other video, well, I found out that my vehicle leaks from the inside. So on the back, where the hatch is, over the headliner, right where there's a little trim piece, it leaks when it rains. So I have never had a car that leaked on it before. So that was very disappointing. So I'm not overly concerned about it. I bought me some silicone, some silicone stuff, liquid silicone. So I suppose I should be able to nip that in the bud. I'm just going to silicone all the places where water can potentially get in. I think I have an idea where it is coming in. So I'm going to, knock that out. I'm not too worried about that. So later, let's just say within a week, we had some pretty good rain. I was opening the back door. I put it on my new roof rack, the cross beams for the roof rack. And when I had the door open, I heard some squishing in the door. There was water inside the door. So I guess maybe where the window and they get the little rubber piece water apparently is getting in there somehow. I'm guessing that's how it's getting in. But it was a pretty good amount of water inside the door. So what is that? I've never had a car that leaked through the roof or had water going into the door. Kind of think of it, the only other vehicle I had that had weird water issues was another Jeep. I had a Jeep, which was it? I think it was the Compass, where water would get into the tail light housing. After it rained, you get water going there. And you could see it. You could see the water inside the tail light. Not the bulb, but where the color is, the red is. So it shocks me how I have never had another car had these kind of little stupid issues. But with a Jeep, you got it. Okay. So, anything else to see here? The fit and finish, I mean, this is a Jeep. I didn't want a luxury car. This is like rough and tough, burly, so I'm not disappointed. The interior is basic. It's plastic. It's functional. It works. It's comfortable. But it's not like, by any means, high standard. But it's cool. I mean, I don't have an issue with that. Because this is also like a basic trim. It's a sports model. So overall, okay, so that's It really is the negative. I can't really think of anything else so far. So I'll give you the positives. Well, I think I already mentioned a lot of them. It drives great. It's very comfortable. It's a real nice cushy ride. So handling feels good. I mean, it's not like a sports car by any means. It's on a truck base, and it's a vehicle meant to go off-roading. So the suspension is going to be different than like your typical SUV. It's probably car-based. And plus, this is rear-wheel drive, which has a different sensation. I think a better sensation than front-wheel drive cars. So that's also a positive. I was worried about the gas mileage because this thing basically is a brick. And we know Jeeps notoriously have bad gas mileage, so I wasn't really sure. And you see the numbers, and I saw numbers on my last, I had a Dodge Ram. And they were saying, they were claiming that it would have great gas mileage, that some of the cylinders cuts off on the highway and your gas mileage would be great. And it was horrible. It was like the worst gas mileage ever. So I was nervous about the gas mileage. So I was happy to find out that on my regular commute to and from work, which is the most important thing to me right now, because I work about 25 miles away, so I do quite a bit of driving, that I didn't want to get killed on gas mileage. And my commute is like half streets. I'm on my way to work now, so it's like highway. It's half like these kind of highway stuff, country roads, not really city driving, and then on the freeway. And so I averaged it out, and I nearly got, and you can pretty much say it was like 17.93 miles per gallon. So it was nearly 18 miles per gallon on my commute. And that to me is very reasonable. I'm cool with that. And I was expecting between 16 and really 18, to be honest with you. So I'm right there. I'm right on the top end of what I was expecting. So I'm really happy with the gas mileage. I was really nervous about that. So I can live with this. I can live with the gas mileage. And I did do a road trip, but I didn't fill it up when I left. I should have did it, but I did. I had a good amount of gas before I left, so I didn't even bother filling it up. Then when I got there, I got gas. And then when I came back, I'm driving now on the same tank, so it's not really a good indication of how it is on the highway. My guess, though, it probably is right around 20 miles per gallon in 2021, which isn't horrible. Could be better, but for a vehicle that's truck based, that has the aerodynamics of a brick, I'm okay with that. So gas mileage good, handles well, it's comfortable, very comfortable seats. The weird thing is, so one other negative. I wish this thing had a telescoping steering wheel. So to me, it feels like it's a little forward. Then I would like to brought the steering wheel back a little bit. So to compensate, I put my seat a little bit more forward to have my angle in the comfortable position. So overall, I mean, it's fine. I'm used to it. I'm sure I'll get even more used to it as I have it longer. But it would have been nice if it had the telescoping steering wheel. Also, let's see here. There's another negative. I just remembered. There's something that doesn't work, which I didn't check it when I got it. I could probably take it back to the dealership, and I would assume they can fix it for me. It's probably not a big deal. But my windshield wiper fluid is not working at all now. At first it was only on the right side. Now it's not working at all. So it's probably like some bad motor or something. Probably, like I said, probably a relatively easy fix. So I'm not overly worried about that. But I should have checked it. I didn't check it. I'm more disappointed in the leaking. But besides that, besides all that, so we figured out it drives well, but yet this thing was thrown together with total slop. Overall, I'm happy with it. Overall, I don't know. It's funny. I don't know. Maybe is it me or is it? My last car was a Scion TC. It was made by Toyota. That thing had zero problems. And really, I don't know, zero soul, I think. Something about it. But this vehicle, even though, maybe it's because it has some issues, and I gotta fix them, and I gotta do something to figure it out, work it out, but overall, it still rides good, drives well. I feel like it has more soul. Like, I feel like I'm bonding with it already more so than I did with my Scion. which was a great car, but had no soul. It was just cold. Just me did things too well. I don't know. But this is definitely more comfortable than Scion. But of course, Scion's a sports car. Anyhow, that's my 1 week review. And make sure if you're not a subscriber, hit subscribe, because I'm gonna today, probably later on today, I'm gonna try to fix. I bought some of that silicone stuff. I'm gonna try to fix that leak, and I'm gonna add some more stuff to this thing. It's gonna be a project vehicle. So stay tuned and see what I do to the Jeep Liberty. Thanks for watching Paul's Take.